Παιδιά, καλώς ορίσατε σε ακόμα έναν live μάθημα. Welcome guys, καλώς ορίσατε. Ονομάζομαι Αντρέας Φεσάς για τα άτομα που είναι πρώτη φορά σε αυτά τα μαθήματα. Βρισκόμαστε στα δωρεάν 25 ημέρα μαθήματα που κάνουμε για την Ακαδημία. Μέχρι στιγμής έχουμε μιλήσει για συνάλλαγμα, cryptocurrencies, στρατηγικές, πώς κάνουν trading οι τράπεζες, προσωπική ανάπτυξη. Σήμερα όμως θα μιλήσουμε για ένα ξεχωριστό μάθημα που είναι για επιχειρηματίες, είναι για εσάς παιδιά που έχετε social media, είτε Instagram, είτε Facebook, είτε TikTok, πώς μπορείς μέσα από τα social media σου να τα χρησιμοποιήσεις έτσι ώστε... τι γίνεται? Okay. Πώς να χρησιμοποιήσεις τα social media σου έτσι ώστε να μπορέσεις να βγάλεις λεφτά μέσα από social media. Για να δούμε αν έχει αρχίσει τα μαθήματα ο καθηγητής. Δώστε μου έτσι ένα δεύτερο λεπτό να πω λίγο το πρόγραμμα. Παιδιά, πριν προχωρήσουμε, είναι πολύ σημαντικό. Εννοείται όσοι θέλετε και πιστεύετε ότι παίρνετε value μέσα από αυτά τα βίντεο, κάντε ένα subscribe. Το αυριανό μάθημα, το σημερινό μάθημα είναι για social media, μαζί με την αγαπημένη καθηγήτρια μας την Γιαννελής Ρώσα και την Μινά Κουρατόλα. Δεν ξέρω τώρα πώς είναι, οι κοπέλες να πάνε καλά. Αύριο θα έχουμε μάθημα για traveling και πέμπτη για cryptocurrencies μαζί με τον Jason Brown και Maurice Sommer. Παιδιά, δύο πάρα πολύ καλοί crypto traders. Λοιπόν, κάνουμε share screen την οθόνη μας. Μείνετε μέχρι το τέλος, γιατί το μάθημα αυτό, στο τέλος του μαθήματος, κάνω και μία ανασκόπηση του τι μάθαμε στα ελληνικά. Okay. Κάνω share screen και αρχίζουμε το μάθημα μας. Δώστε μου ένα δεύτερο λεπτάκι. Εδώ πέρα, alright, πάμε.
Having the right foot traffic.
Ωραία παιδιά, αρχίζει το μάθημα. Μείνετε μαζί μου μέχρι το τέλος και προχωράμε.
Being offered. How is it being marketed? Are you connecting to the masses? Are you reaching? Without any customers in any business, most, or I would say pretty much 100% of Americans and 100% of people in any job would not have a job if their company was not selling a product or a service. And each person is in that chain of command to be able to sell, because that's what keeps the company going. That's what keeps things going. And our Social Media Marketing Academy is all about highlighting you, helping you become a digital entrepreneur, learning how to properly position yourself as an authority online, learning how to properly market your services, your products, and how to be a person of influence online. This right here can create such a drastic change in your business, in and outside of IM Mastery Academy. And that's why we have this SMX Academy. So we're very excited. We're going to be introducing our very first speaker today. She goes by Yannelis Rosa. She's been a good friend of mine, a brand new mom over the last couple of months. And she has hit the phenomenal rank of Chairwoman 10 here in IM Mastery Academy. She is phenomenal with her marketing. She has great tips, great tricks, has been doing this for years. So ladies and gentlemen, let me please give the floor to Miss Yannelis Rosa. Yannelis, you're with us.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Well, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is you guys are right now. People are on here from all over the world. And this is just, I'm so honored to be here. I want to pass it back to Manny and just say, thank you so much for setting this up for all of us to be able to take advantage of this amazing experience that we're having here right now. Being able to just get 25 full days of free mentorship, you guys. And I hope you realize how powerful that is and the power that we have going on behind this current campaign that we're throwing. So, I'm blessed to be here. I'm honored to be here. I saw so many different countries and cities and states out on the chat box. And I'm just really, really excited to be here connecting with all of you guys and just being able to pour into you guys about one of my favorite topics out there, which is social media. And it's really crazy because when I was approached, it was over a year ago, to be an educator. And back then I had no idea that we were going to launch anything about social media. So when they asked me to be an educator, I was like, there's people who are way more qualified than I am to teach about the charts. So I was kind of confused. But when, corporate reached out and they said, hey, no, we want you to teach social media, I was like, okay, this is something that makes sense. So never in my life did I see myself being able to be in this position. And I'm just so grateful to be here with you guys and being able to teach you guys about something that I genuinely am passionate about, something that I genuinely love to study. Even on my free time, I've always been wanting to understand how to make social media work as a tool for my brand, for my business, and just for as an individual, right? Because here's the truth, you guys. The truth is that social media is the new business model. You cannot start a business nowadays without first planning how you're going to market it online. That is the first strategy that people focus on when they're starting any type of brand. And, you know, it makes sense that social sells, right? That is what people are valuing nowadays. That is what builds credibility behind a brand, behind a product, behind a service. And so it's only natural that we learn how to utilize it to our best advantage. Okay. And one of the biggest reasons, there's two main reasons why people fear getting into social media. First one, and drop a 1 in the chat if you agree. First one is people believe that the market is already saturated. Social media is already saturated. There's already enough influencers. There's already enough product sales. There's already product enough behind a lash artist. And so it's only enough. It's only already enough that, right? And that is one of the lines that we learn how to utilize it to our best advantage. Keep us from taking action on social media. Because the truth is the following, you guys. The truth is the following. More than half of the entire world's population is on social media right now. That is billions of people are on social media right now. So what does that mean? You have the opportunity to market and connect with individuals from every niche, personality, demand you can think of. And what I tell people all the time is that your gift will make room for you. There is something about you that will make you different from every single person in the same niche as you, because your uniqueness is your power. Your uniqueness is your power. Okay. And then another big reason why people don't take action on social media is because they don't know what to do. They don't know what steps to take. They don't know what's important or what's not important. They have no idea, right? So I want to teach you guys today a few tips and tricks. Let me share my screen. I want to show you guys today 15 secrets to growing on Instagram. And these are very basic, you guys. We go more in depth. I love what I teach. And I know at the end of this, I'll be able to, you know, explain to you guys why I teach what I teach and exactly what I teach. But I want to give you guys a few tips and tricks for Instagram growth in today's day and age, right? Because this is important. And I think that once I go ahead and I give you guys this little bit of sauce, it starts to permeate and you start realizing that maybe it's not as hard as you think it is, okay? It's simple, but it does take work. So the first thing that you guys need to do is you need to niche down. If you have not sat down to brainstorm on what you're going to be providing to your following, you need to sit down and think about what is it that you want to bring to the marketplace, okay? So you need to be very, very clear about the target audience. Who exactly are you speaking to? And once you decide who you're speaking to, dig deep into the problems that group of individuals tend to face. So you got to find their pain points, right? And once you find their pain points, you need to be able to provide solutions for whatever it is that they're going through. So first thing, if you haven't done so yet, niche down. When you have too much going on your page, it doesn't make you easily recognizable and it doesn't target any specific audience, which is always going to leave you with like a open door, like a turning door. And people are going to come into your page and they're going to leave right away, right? So what can you provide repeatedly to create your niche? Second thing, you want to have an eye-catching profile photo. You want to have an eye-catching profile photo. Listen, that is the first thing that people are going to see when they come to your page. And your profile photo is an opportunity to tell your audience about you or your brand. Okay, your profile photo is actually the first opportunity to create brand recognition. because it's what people are going to see on the stories. It's what people are going to see on comments. It's what people are going to see on DMs. It's what people are going to see on chats. And so it's crazy because I have changed my profile photo a few times within the last few months because I've been rebranding myself and just trying to decide what I'm going to be presenting myself as next online. And it's funny because every time I change my profile photo, I'll get DMs and say, oh my God, I couldn't find your page because I didn't notice that you changed your picture. So that right there is a telltale sign that helps you realize how important your profile photo is. It is what people are going to recognize you with. And I'm not going to go into Canva and how to use it, but if you want to create some eye-catching profile photos, go look at the templates that they have there online. There's a lot of different ones for you to utilize that are going to be great for your page. Third thing, guys, your bio is where you do the SEO, okay? Your search engine optimization. Your bio is what's going to tell people all about you. It's what's going to help people discover you, and it's what's going to help people connect with you. So in your bio, you should be sharing who you are, okay? How you can help your audience, and it should include a few real keywords that relate to the work that you do. So if you don't know what to put in your bio and you're kind of at a loss and you really don't know how to answer these questions for yourself, I tell people all the time, who in your niche do you look up to? Who in your niche do you look up to? Go to their pages, see how they structure their pages, see what keywords they're utilizing on their pages. And then guess what? Utilize it on yours. See what works. There's going to be a lot of trial and error on your journey for social media. You need to try out a bunch of different things and see what your audience responds to. But once you get it right, you guys, you will see the true power of what social media can do for you, your business, your service, your brand, whatever it is that you're trying to do online, whatever your goal is, okay? Link in bio. You have to use the link in bio strategically. You have to use it strategically. You want it to lead people to something, whether it's your own website, whether it's your shop, whether it's your YouTube channel, or whether you want to direct them to another social media channel. Like let's say you're using your Instagram to grow your TikTok. That is a great opportunity to share that link in your bio, okay? Whatever your goals are, whatever links you're using needs to be able to maximize you reaching your goals. Keep that in mind. Now, also, stay away from using links in your bio that don't really mean anything. So I've done a few one-on-one Instagram audits. And one of the biggest problems that I see with people putting links in their bios is that they are linking it to, for example, let's say a WhatsApp group chat that they haven't posted in months. You want to make sure that whatever you are recommending to people is stuff that is going to bring value to their life. If not, you will lower your own credibility. So if you are going to put a link in bio and that link is going to have people go into your WhatsApp chat, then make sure that your WhatsApp chat is popping, that there's constantly value going on in there, that chat is lively, that there's a lot of energy in there. Because if I click a link in your bio and I get added to some crappy chat, guess what? I don't believe you anymore, right? So whatever you are going to promote to that link in bio, guys, you have to make sure that it adds value, whatever it is, whatever it may be, okay? Number 5, highlights. Highlights are the stories that you want to save on your profile to get noticed by your target audience. We all know that stories go away after 24 hours, but if you place that as a highlight on your page, it will live there forever, right? So highlights are a great opportunity to keep your audience educated about everything that has to do with your business. So if someone just so happens to land on your page, right, through your highlights, they will know how your business works, what the prices are, what are the services that you have, different testimonials and reviews from different clients, how to take care of your product. You could see different unboxings. You could see frequently asked questions. I was giving the example on class, how I was looking for a new cookware set. You know, I'm 30, I'm a mom now, I'm a wife, I have a home. So home stuff gets me really excited. And I was looking for new cookware. And there was this brand that I had never heard of before. I had been looking at a bunch of different brands. So, you know, of course, Instagram starts sending me a bunch of ads. And I've never heard of this brand before. But because I was so informed through their highlights when I went on their page, I made a purchase. I threw away all my old cookware. Now I only have Our Place in my house. That is the name of the brand. That's literally all I use now. And it's crazy because I had all these other brands that I had heard of that I've seen all the time, that I even followed their pages, but there wasn't enough information in their highlights. versus this brand that I've never heard of before, but they were so informative in their highlight that I actually went ahead and I made a purchase, right? So highlights are super powerful for the individual that just ends up on your page to be informed about what you do. And it's a great way to create more credibility for yourself. Now we have a themed profile, okay? When you have a theme profile or a grid layout, it's going to help you grab the attention of your target audience. It's going to help the individual that ends up on your page to stay engaged, right? Because Instagram is a very, very visual platform. So what this is going to do is it's going to make you stand out inside of your niche or industry, and it's going to make your profile look organized and professional. So what do I mean by a themed profile? If you've ever gone to somebody's page and you realize that they have kind of like the same filter on every single photo, that is a themed profile. If you've gone to a profile and you see that their posts are kind of like checkerboarded, that it kind of looks like a checkerboard, maybe they have quotes in between, or maybe you see that on one row, it's one specific type of picture. On the second row, it's maybe like something that's more white. And then on the third row, it's something that's darker. It's just organizing the different columns. This is what I mean by a themed profile. Now, again, if you are deciding to go the route of a themed profile, you need to make sure that you are sticking with a theme that is sustainable for you. Because if you go and you only stick to it for a little while and then you quit, you just broke out of your character. Okay. And when you break out of your character, when you break out of your brand recognition, you are reducing the credibility of your business. Okay. So keep that in mind. Theme profiles can be really great, but if you don't sustain it, you will reduce your credibility. All right, we have a few more to go, you guys. Intentional content. Intentional content. You want to make sure that whatever content you are going to release relates to your target audience. It relates to your niche. It's speaking directly to the people that you are trying to target. And you need to make sure that you are straying away from your intentional content as little as possible, because what that does is it creates brand confusion. You can only post things that are on brand, you guys. I know that sometimes we get excited and we want to share so much, but if you are let's say you are a car detailing business, there's no reason for you to be posting about how you prepare your baby's formula bottle. Those have nothing to do with each other. You need to stay on brand. You could post about what products you use. You could post about how you prepare your products. You could post about how you store your products. You could post about how you use your products. You could post a before and after of a car you just detailed, whatever it is. But if you are throwing baby formula and car detailing in one place, that is immense brand confusion, you guys. Your brand will not grow that way. You need to be very intentional with your content. Make sure that your content pertains to your niche, to your target audience, okay? A call to action. Guys, a call to action in the captions is like a signpost. That call to action is telling people what to do next. It's telling people what to do next. It can direct them to either A, create more engagement for your page. You can direct people to go and make a sale. You can have people go and sign up for an email listing so that you can start gathering a CRM. You can use call to actions literally to get people whatever you want them to do, whether it's make a sale, engage more, save your posts, get more exposure, whatever it is. So call to actions are super important. Try to use them in every caption, every reel, every story post. Try to use them as often as possible, because the truth is people are more likely to do something if you just simply tell them to do it. Okay. Number 9, hashtags. Hashtags. Listen, hashtags are what's going to make your content discoverable. Now, hashtags do not hold the same amount of power that they used to back in the day. We all know like the hashtag, like if you don't know this, you're too young for me, bro. But hashtags are a great way to make your content discoverable, and it helps find other people that are also relevant in the same niche as you. Okay, so it's a free way to create reach for your post. It's a free way for you to find more like-minded individuals that you can engage with, and a great way to kind of find out what hashtags, because people also make the mistake of putting like 30, 40 hashtags per post. We don't need that many. That's actually going to get you shadow banned. And it's going to make your content non-discoverable. It's going to do the opposite, right? What we want to do is pick a series of broad and niched hashtags and utilize them in your posts as you try them out and see which one gets you more exposure. So how do you find hashtags for what it is that you're trying to reach? Sit down. And again, you need to be intentional with your social media. You do need to sit down and you need to brainstorm. So sit down, write a list of keywords about what it is that you do. Okay. Go for finding users within the same niche as you. Look at the hashtags that they're using, write them down. Then what you're going to do is you're going to individually search each hashtags and go for the ones that have from 500K to about 1 million, right? About 1 million uses. And then you want to go ahead and start breaking them down even smaller. So I would always say the sweet spot for hashtags is one that has a use of 300K. That is a good niched hashtag, maximum 1 million uses. So 1 million uses on a hashtag will be your broad. 300K to 100K can be your niched hashtags. So it means that there are enough people searching that hashtag to where it's relevant, but it's not so many that you are posting your content into this black hole that's never going to be seen because there's just way too much going on, right? And then you play with each hashtag, try them out, trial and error again, and you got to find which ones work for you. And once you find those, you guys, you stick to those. You can have about 20 to 25 hashtags that you're constantly rotating and utilizing. Okay. But you want to make sure that the content you are posting relates to the hashtags that you are using. All right. Number 10, comments. Comments are a great way to help you get more engagement. But it helps you get to know your audience better as well if you do it strategically. Like you can let people know what to comment on your photos. Like when people do the, caption this photo, like that's a great way to get engagement, to see people's personality, to see what people are drawn to when they look at your content. You want to make sure that you're also keep putting comments down for the people who are commenting you. Like you want to make sure that you are equally engaging with the people who are equally engaging with you, right? So comments are going to be super helpful for exposure. It's going to help you get to know your audience. It's going to help you with creativity. It's going to help you with so many different things, you guys. So make sure that you guys are actually taking the time to focus on not just who's commenting on your page, but you commenting on other people's pages and getting to know your audience that way, connecting that way. Okay. Number 11, I want you guys to aim for saves. Aim for saves. The more number of saves you get on your Instagram posts, the more people it'll be shown to by the algorithm. So a lot of things that we need to focus on, people think that we're like likes are important. Listen, here's the truth, you guys. We're in an era where likes and comments aren't as important as shares and saves. That is what brings the real engagement. When your post is shareable and savable, that lets the algorithm know, hey, this content is important. Let me push it out more. More people need to see this. So if you are focused on likes, you're focusing on the wrong thing, because the shares and the saves are like super likes. Okay. That's like, wow, this content is so valuable and important that I need to share it with more people. Right. And that is the way that the algorithm picks things up. So a great way to get more shares and saves is to actually prompt people to share your post. Prompt people to save your post, but more importantly, create content that you know people are going to have to come back to. Create content that you know people are going to have to come back to. Number 12, share. Again, when you get more shares on your content, it's a signal for the algorithm to continue pushing out your post. That means that your post has a lot of value. That means that your post is something people need to come back to. That means that your post has something that, like, if somebody sees it once, they know that they have to come back and look at it again. There's so much information on this post that I have to come back to it. Okay. So focus on creating content that people are just like, man, I need to share this with somebody else. Somebody else needs to see this. Okay. Number 13, we're almost done here, you guys. And we have another amazing speaker we're going to pass this on to. Okay. 13 is Reels. The Instagram algorithm is promoting Reels right now. And it's also posting them on the Explore page. So this is a great way to create more exposure, and find a new target audience, find more people that relate to you. And right now, you guys, People are so nervous and afraid of posting reels, but right now, 3 to 6 second reels are being promoted the most through the algorithm. I want you guys to understand that everything online, every type of content has its own algorithm. Stories has its own algorithm. Grid posts have their own algorithm. Reels have their own algorithms. They're all operating on different algorithms. Right now, reels have a 3 to 6 second reel are the ones who are being pushed out the most right now. Anybody, literally anybody, can create a 3 to 6 second video that provides value to create exposure. And if that is something that you guys are scared of, if that is something that you guys don't really know how to get into, come to my Go Live sessions. I will teach you guys how to go ahead and create reels, how to create rapid fire content right then and there. Okay, number 14, guides. Guys, Instagram guides are popping right now. It is creating a lot of traction at the moment. We are in the how-to era where no longer do we want to just guess anymore how things are done. We want to know how they are done. So within your niche, can you create some sort of how-to guide that easily shares recommendations, tips, that are easy to read all in one place for you, whether you're making them for free, whether you're turning them into a newsletter for people to subscribe to, whatever it is? How can you teach people simple information that is vital within your niche through a guide? You becoming that credible person online is going to help propel your business. And then lastly, guys, good old consistency. Good old consistency. You have to be consistent with your content. You have to, because if not, the algorithm will forget you. So whether it's the feeds, whether it's the posts, reels, comments, DMs, stories, lives, IGTVs, liking, you have to remain consistent, because the more Instagram sees you spending your time on their platform, the more Instagram will reward you for spending time in their platform. You support them, they will support you. Okay. You don't have to use every single type of content format out there, but you do need to be consistent with whatever it is you're doing. You do need to be consistent with whatever you're doing. And if you can't post, make sure that you're on there engaging. You spend more time with Instagram, Instagram will spend more time on you. Okay. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I hope that you guys got some insight on this. You know, I really am passionate about what we have going on. I am constantly trying to bring new information to you guys. And, you know, our SMX Academy is full of so many talented educators, you guys. There's so many people on here who are going to be able to pour into you and teach you something that might be that light bulb click in your brain for you to get yourself, your brand, your services to the next level. Okay, so this next individual that you guys are going to be learning on, this is an individual who I also learn so much from all the time. And I think that one of the things that she's really mastered is the psychology behind being able to grow a brand online. And this is someone who I really look up to. Not only do I mentor her, but she mentors me as well. I'm going to pass this on to you, Mrs. Mina Moves in the house. Make sure that you guys have your notebooks ready. Make sure you guys have your pen and paper ready, and make sure that you guys are going to just really pay attention to what she's about to teach you, because every time she comes up with the facts, I'm mind blown. So I'm ready for that. Sis, I'm passing this back to you. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Let's drop some fire emojis in the chat for my girl Shorty. I know we all know her as Yanellis, but that name will never stick with me. She's my Shorty. She dropped magic. Like every step or every number that she was covering, I was like, yep, facts. Say it again. Yep, she's right about that. I hope that you guys really were paying attention, because if you didn't realize how important social media is becoming by now, right? Then, I mean, wow, there are people building 6-7 figure incomes online. There are kids on YouTube who aren't even age 10 that are kind of setting up their parents and their families up because of gaming, because of online, because of YouTubing, because of paid ads, because of marketing, and because it's so, oh, you guys can't see me. Can we fix that? I don't know if Manny, you can help me out with that. But in the meantime, hopefully you guys can hear me and see me okay. Boom, I think I'm spotlighted now. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And hopefully I'll be able to share my screen because I do have a PowerPoint for you guys. If you know me, you know that I am not a PowerPoint type of person, but I really felt like everybody here needed to see this. So first and foremost, before I even continue, what is going on, family? For those of you guys who do not know me, my name is Mina. My voice is a little raspy, but there was no way in the world that I was gonna miss the opportunity to do this call with you guys. I'm so beyond grateful, so blessed. I want us to give it back one more time to my sister Yanelis and to Manny for putting this all together for you guys. You have no idea how hard these two individuals work to make sure that they're always coming up with something for us to benefit from. And I think that is the epitome of what leadership is. And leadership starts from the top and it rolls down. And if you look at the leadership and what it is that these individuals do for us, even at the top where they're at, you guys have to be grateful. You have to understand that they don't get paid for this, right? None of us on this call do this for the money. We do this because we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And I just want to say thank you once again for showing up for yourselves. Some of you guys are in lunch. Some of you guys are maybe at work. Maybe you stayed up late last night and you're super tired. And I won't be here for long, but I kind of wanted to just close this call off with showcasing exactly what it is that you're going to be receiving within SMX. I don't think that many of us have even sat through an SMX presentation. I still think that it's kind of up in the air. A lot of people still don't know what the benefits are. And I'm so glad that Shorty just took these 30 minutes and kind of blew everybody out of the water to show you guys that it doesn't matter whether you're in B2B, B2C, whether your business is a brick and mortar business, whether you are online or offline, you need to make this a priority. I'm going to cover some numbers with you guys today that's really going to showcase how big businesses are starting to realize that they're losing, how perfection online is not what people are interested in anymore, and how bigger institutions are actually separating budgets now just for online marketing campaigns, budgets just to pay people out. So with that being said, let's get right into it. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Bam. And if you guys can, just drop it in the chat. If you guys can see this presentation, you guys can see it okay. Let me open up the chat real quick. You just make this a little bit bigger. Boom. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that okay. I don't know why my chat is not coming up, but hopefully everything is good. Okay, boom. All right. So welcome to SMX. SMX is our social media academy for, I know it says influencer, but remember that influencer, I don't want that word to be just thrown around. Influencer has nothing to do with how many likes you have. Influencer has nothing to do with how many followers you have. Influence comes from your ability to have somebody sway their decision into what it is that you think is best and right. Okay, and you can have influence working a job, you can have influence being the mother of your home, you can have influence within your friend group, you can have influence anywhere. Okay, but doing it to the macro scale is what we're going to be teaching you guys. Okay, so real quick, I think that before we go into anything, right, any goal, you need to understand why it is that you're doing something. A lot of people know what it is that they do and they know how it is that they do it, but they have no idea why. And there's a lot of us that try to go on, oh, fashion brands are taking off right now. Let me just do fashion reels, or cooking reels are taking off right now. Let me do cooking reels. And I see so many people jumping from trend to trend to trend to trend because they're trying to chase. And here, once you understand the why and you start working out of intention and you start working out of your moral compass and your values, you're going to be able to attract not only a lot of people, but quality people. And I think that that's the most important, right? We never want to dilute quality in the chase for quantity. We never want to dilute quality in the chase for quantity. So let's talk about it. What's the importance of social media marketing in businesses? Well, 55% of consumers learn about new brands on social media. How many times do you guys get got by social media, by those little ads that you buy things that you didn't even need because it looked good and it came up and it was 2 a.m. and your card was easily accessible and you got? Somebody write it in the chat. I got. I used to get got all the time. I put a boundary on myself right now, but a lot of new companies are choosing to just pay the cheap advertising compared to the millions of dollars that they would pay for any TV commercial, let's just say, on social media, and they're getting their products or their services out to the masses with a push of a button, with no paperwork, with no hassle, with no lawyers, with no LLC. Think about how easy that is. That within a click of a button and within 30 to 50 bucks, you can choose to have your ads or your pictures run through thousands and thousands of eyes versus praying to God that the person you want to buy your product or, use your services watching the TV at the time that your commercial's up. You see the difference? 68% of consumers agree that social media has enabled them to interact with brands and companies. Notice how if you want to genuinely see the credibility, you guys are so funny, pay attention. Leave soccer behind. It's making it easier for us to see the credibility behind a company by seeing how they are on social media, by seeing how they respond to people, by seeing if you leave them a comment, they have people that are actually responding, making sure that maybe returning or purchasing products is easier, right? Consumers are starting to agree that if a company has a social media platform, then they're more likely to buy off this brand. 43% of consumers have increased their social media use to discover new products in the last year. That means that we are not going to the mall to walk and shop anymore. We're not going to the mall to window shop and see what's up and see what's out. There is no more window shopping. There's scrolling. That's where we go. Before you even go to the store, this is what consumers are saying, that before they even go to the store, they have already looked, they have already called, they have already made sure that the people have the size, they have already made sure, like, people don't want to get out of their house unless it's to get the job done. Do you guys agree with me? Put some twos in the chat if you agree with me. Like, before you go out, you have a plan, because nowadays our time is very important. It's very important. Our attention span is very short. We're people with intentions, okay? We want to go and we want to get what it is that we wanted to get, and we don't want to waste any time. 78% of consumers are willing to buy from a company after having a positive experience with them on social media. So let's just say you went on a page, right? And they're selling, I don't know, they're selling face masks. Now, if you go on their page and they're selling face masks, but they also have a store okay? And they DM'd them online and said, hey, listen, I'm actually gonna be in the area. Can you guys tell me if these face masks are vegan? And immediately, within an hour, they get a response saying, hey, thank you so much for reaching out. We definitely have these masks that you want. If you would like to come on by and see them, go ahead. We're open from 4 to 6, like giving more information than the person wanted, right? And essentially what that's called is being overly serviced. Like when you're overly serviced by somebody, there's times where you just buy things you didn't even need to buy, but the person was so nice, you were like, okay, yeah, absolutely. And that happens to people online. And that's what I was explaining. And what I teach a lot about on my class that you guys will be learning is that even though we have social media, we're still human beings. Okay. And it's ran the same way. It's just on a macro scale. 80% of business executives are starting to realize that it is essential to invest money in social media marketing. Before, companies weren't taking it that serious. Companies weren't doing commercials, companies were doing commercials, companies were doing billboards, companies were not paying for influencer marketing. And now it has completely changed. 91% of executives are going to increase and create social media marketing budgets in the next 3 years. Now, I want you guys to pause for a minute. I've been in network marketing now for about 2.5, going on 3 years. And I've heard the good, I've heard the bad, and I've heard the ugly. But if a big company is separating a budget to pay people online to help them share their product, because now we're more prone to listening to the non-influencers and the people that don't have the perfect bodies and the woman without the perfect hair and the perfect lifestyle. Is that not network marketing? Is that not network marketing? Is that not affiliate marketing? That's where the future is. I mean, we're here. That's not even the future. We're here. If big corporations are now separating a marketing budget to pay people online to do what it is that we do, what does that tell you? If this was the second largest industry in the world, I will bet my bottom dollar that within the next 5 to 10 years, this will be going into $1 trillion industry. $1 trillion industry. And 72% of companies are now using the insights of people online, their likes, their follows, their shares, their reshares, to inform them about what the mass audience likes and dislikes. That's literally where they're getting their information from, is online and is these social media insights. Can you let them up, please? And so the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the fact that SMX is not the typical social media course. Okay, the world of social media is changing as the speed of light. We're not just going to sit here and tell you guys what lighting to buy. We're not just going to sit here and tell you, hey, this is this week's trending audios. I mean, you're going to get that stuff, but I think that that's very minimal compared to everything else that we're going to be teaching you guys. We're going to run through the end and I'm going to show you guys the different classes and the different educators that we have online. But the people that are going to be educating on this not only have done it, they have results to prove it. And there is so much more than you can talk about than just the algorithm, than just the likes and the follows. This is a way to create so much awareness to yourself and for yourself and whatever business you're in, that you could slap your name on pretty much anything and it'll do good. Okay, and I think that that's very, very, very important. If you're somebody that's ever wanted to have anything online, this course is not only, I would just say it's necessary. I see SMX as like the seasoning, like chicken's still good, but with some seasoning. You know, your business is still good, but with some seasoning. Like this is the actual seasoning that's going to take everything to the next level. I'm going to bring it back to what Yanelis was saying. She said that more than half of our population is on social media, and she's correct. Studies show that 4.74 billion people around the world as of October 2022, these are new numbers. I'm not going based off of old information. That means that 60% of the total global population is now on social media. And it's crazy because within the last 12 months alone, and I want to say within the last 24 because of COVID, 190 million of those are just from the last year. 190 million. And that's not including every single year that parents have to buy phones for their 13-year-olds or their 14-year-olds or their 15-year-olds that are now growing up and having access to this platform. Okay, now it's time to think about, well, what can social media really do for me? Right? Can I be this guru? Can I be this person of interest? Well, first, yes, you can. And I'm here to tell you, because for those of you guys who know a little bit about my story, I never, ever, ever took social media seriously. And from one day to the next, I had one picture go viral about, want to say 3 years ago, maybe. And from that moment on, I had a really, really good friend at the time tell me, if you've ever wanted to do anything online, you need to clean up your page and you need to start learning about marketing as of today. And I did that. And that's taken social media to a crazy level for me. The people that I've met, the contacts that I've made, the events that I've been able to speak at, the products that I've received for free, the payments that I've received just for speaking my mind on IGTV Live is insane. And I know that I'm nothing special. Me and Shorty and everybody that's on here as educators, we've just been able to really get these ingredients down right. And we're here just to give it to you, give you the steps, give you the how-tos so you know how to bake the cake. Social media is a must-have for any small business. And I'm talking any business that does less than 3 million a year, regardless of what industry you're in. And whether you already have a strong social media presence or you're looking to step up your game. Okay, maybe you're somebody that's never taken social media seriously before, but now you're starting to understand that it's better to have and not need than need and not have. On this, you're going to be learning how to build brand awareness, how to provide standout customer service, whether that's a product or value that you offer, how to acquire leads in a low-cost way for any business, learn more about your customers and utilizing those insights to develop intentional content creation, increasing website traffic and search ranking, essentially beating the algorithm, because once you realize that the algorithm is not a human being that's making your life a living hell, it's just a computer-based system, and it goes based off what your followers like and do not like. So all it's doing is reading your future customers. And you can't get mad at the algorithm knowing your future customers more than you do. Because if your content is not being pushed, it's because you don't know your audience. Okay, let that one sink in, because that's a nugget in and of itself. Now, I know that social media can be super overwhelming. This is something that changes every single day, and it might seem like you got it figured out today and tomorrow you don't. But this academy was designed to educate you from beginning to end, but also guide you every single step of the way, the same way that we do with trading. Not just another course, not just something that you can download, but live, real help with interactive support from educators who love and live social media marketing. Now, the secret weapon is, I think, here, SMX on Go Live. As of right now, we have 12 plus educators, 9 different languages, 24-hour, 7-day-a-week access on Go Live. And like I said, I want to go a little bit more into depth about what it is that you'll be learning, because again, I don't think people reiterate it. So we're going to teach you how to build a content strategy. We're going to teach you channel evaluation so you can learn what it is that you should be doing, not what you want to do. The psychology of social media, community building, because if you're on my calls, I'm going to tell you, you are not a celebrity. We are community builders. I'm going to teach you how to develop a brand voice, the best practices for social media, depending on what social you're on, how to measure your efforts, because if you can't measure it, well, then we can't scale it, and how to essentially make an extra source of income through social media, doing exactly what it is that you're doing today. Here's a sneak peek of our calendar as we speak. We got my boy Fads on there, Shorty that was just speaking. I'm on 2 times a week. Then we have Leanne and...
Λοιπόν, φτάσαμε στο τέλος του μαθήματος. Ολοκληρώνοντας, θέλω να κάνουμε έτσι, πώς να το πω, μια μικρή ανασκόπηση. Είπαν πάρα πολλά, 2 άτομα, φυσικά δεν θα μπορώ να τα καλύψω όλα. Στο πρώτο part μίλησαν για πάνω από 15 τρόπους τους οποίους μπορείς εσύ να βελτιωθείς μέσα στα social media. Ωραία. Τώρα, όσον αφορά το κομμάτι των social media, το μάθημα χωρίστηκε σε 2 κοπέλες, σε 2 καθηγήτριες. Η πρώτη κοπέλα μίλησε για περίπου 15 τρόπους τους οποίους μπορείς εσύ να βελτιώσεις τα social media σου, και η δεύτερη κοπέλα μίλησε για κάποια στατιστικά που αυτά τα στατιστικά δεν τα είχα μελετήσει και ούτε τα ήξερα εγώ. Θα κάνω ένα share screen την οθόνη μου για να τα δούμε μαζί, για να τα συζητήσουμε λίγο, γιατί είναι πραγματικά πάρα πολύ ενδιαφέρον αυτό που είπε, και θα σας βοηθήσει και εσάς να καταλάβετε τη δύναμη των social media και τις προοπτικές τις οποίες μπορούν να υπάρξουν μέσα στα social media. Λοιπόν, όπως βλέπετε εδώ στην οθόνη, ωραία, λέει ότι 55% των καταναλωτών μαθαίνει για νέα προϊόντα μέσα από τα social media. Άρα, εάν είσαι επιχειρηματίας ή ασχολείσαι με υπηρεσίες, πουλάς πράγματα, εμπόριων, οτιδήποτε, αν έχεις επιχείρηση δική σου, πρέπει να ξέρεις ότι 5,5 άτομα στα 10 μαθαίνουν ή θα μάθουν για τα προϊόντα σου μέσα από τα social media. Είναι δωρεάν διαφήμιση. 68% από τους καταναλωτές συμφωνούν ότι τα social media σου δίνουν τη δυνατότητα να έρθεις σε επαφή, να κάνεις interact, δηλαδή να έρθεις στα επαφή, να το πούμε, interact, πώς το λένε στα ελληνικά. Τέλος πάντων, μαζί με τις εταιρείες και τα brands τα οποία εσύ θες να ασχοληθείς. Για παράδειγμα, όσο σαν παράδειγμα να καταλάβετε, πουλώ εγώ υπηρεσίες, με τα social media μπορεί να μου στείλει μήνυμα απευθείας. Interact, δηλαδή να συσχετιστεί, να μιλήσει, να έρθει σε επαφή, Okay. 43% από τους καταναλωτές αυξήθηκε, consumers increased their social media use to discover new products in the last year. Λέει 43% από τους καταναλωτές μέσα από τα social media ανακάλυψαν νέα προϊόντα τον περασμένο χρόνο. Σχεδόν 50% από αυτούς έμαθαν για κάποια προϊόντα μέσα από τα social media. Άρα βλέπετε τη δυνατότητα που σου δίνει το να ασχοληθείς με social media marketing. Και εδώ πέρα θέλω να κάνω μια παρέθεση. Αυτά που βλέπετε τώρα είναι η Ακαδημία, η SMX, Social Media Academy, έχει φτιαχτεί με κύριο σκοπό να βοηθήσει όχι μόνο τους μαθητές της Ακαδημίας που ασχολούνται είτε με επιχειρηματικότητα είτε με trading, αλλά οποιονδήποτε ασχολείται με τα social media. Και αυτό είναι ένα κομμάτι, αν βλέπεις αυτό το βίντεο, πήγαινε στο YouTube channel μου, στην κατηγορία που λέει Live και δες όλο το μάθημα από την αρχή. Εντάξει, δες όλο το μάθημα από την αρχή, γιατί αυτό τώρα είναι μια ανασκόπηση. 78% consumers are willing to buy from a company after having a positive experience with them on social. Λέει ότι 78% των καταναλωτών είναι πρόθυμοι, λέει, να αγοράσουν ένα προϊόν από μια εταιρεία μετά από μια θετική εμπειρία που έχουν περάσει μέσα από τα social media. Αυτό πώς μπορεί να γίνει? Πρόσεξε, πολλές εταιρείες, για να καταλάβετε πώς έχει αλλάξει το marketing, πλέον έβαζαν διαφημίσεις στα ράδια, έβαζαν διαφημίσεις σε ταπέλες, πλέον σου λέει ότι, ξέρεις, ο καταστηματάρχης ή αυτός που πουλά μια υπηρεσία βγάζει, κάνει ένα live βίντεο, live, καλή ώρα όπως τώρα, ας πούμε, ή κάνει ένα story και σου βάζει από κάτω, γράψε μου, να μιλήσουμε, στείλε μου, μιλάς μαζί του, κάνεις chat, συμμετέχεις, βλέπεις ποιος είναι ο άλλος απέναντί σου, βοηθά πάρα πολύ στο να αυξηθεί η πρόθεση του άλλου να αγοράσει από εσένα. Γιατί να θυμάστε ένα πολύ χαρακτηριστικό και σημαντικό κομμάτι στο marketing. Ο άλλος θα αγοράσει γιατί νιώθει καλά με αυτόν που βλέπει και με τον άνθρωπο τον οποίο μιλά. Πόσες φορές θέλεις να αγοράσεις κάτι, αλλά πήγες σε ένα κατάστημα και η πολίτρια ήταν, ξέρω εγώ, χάλια, ας πούμε, η εξυπηρέτηση και λες, φεύγω, ας πούμε. Ή πόσες φορές αγοράσεις κάτι λόγω του ότι η πολίτρια σε βοήθησε να αγοράσεις κάτι, σε έκανε να νιώσεις όμορφα, ωραία. Αυτό βλέπεις είναι ένα παράδειγμα αυτό εδώ πέρα της στατιστικής ανάλυσης. 80% των επιχειρήσεων executives think it's very important or essential to invest additional resources in social media marketing. Λέει 80% των επιχειρήσεων πιστεύει ότι είναι πολύ σημαντικό και απαραίτητο να επενδύσεις έξτρα λεφτά, να το πούμε έτσι, resources, έξτρα πηγές στα social media marketing. Πλέον, παιδιά, αυτό που πιστεύω και εγώ είναι ότι πραγματικά ισχύει όλο αυτό, γιατί αν δεν μάθει ο άλλος τι κάνεις, δεν μπορεί να έρθει σε σένα. Είναι πολύ λογικό ότι πολλές φορές εγώ όταν είχα ξεκινήσει την επιχείρηση μου, στις αρχές δεν μιλούσα με κανένα. Και είχα μιλήσει με τον μέντορα μου λέει, ξέρεις Ανδρέα, πόσοι ξέρουν για αυτό που κάνεις? Του λέω, εντάξει, δεν έχω και μιλήσει με πολλούς. Μου λέει, καλά, πώς θες να έρθουν σε σένα να αγοράσουν κάτι, να πιάσουν τις υπηρεσίες σου, ας πούμε, ή να ασχοληθούν μαζί σου? Του λέω, τι εννοείς? Πες τους τι κάνεις. Δεν μπορεί ο άλλος να έρθει σε εσένα να αγοράσει κάτι, δεν μπορεί να έρθει σε εσένα να πιάσει τις υπηρεσίες σου, εάν δεν ξέρει τι κάνεις. Είναι απλά. Είναι για παράδειγμα, ξέρω εγώ, μαγειρεύεις ένα φαγητό, το τρως και δεν λες, ας πούμε, στο παιδί σου, ξέρεις, έφτιαξε αυτό το φαγητό. Πώς θα φάει? Θα μείνει στο δωμάτιο του. Ένα παράδειγμα έτσι λίγο, δεν πολύ πολλά, αλλά πια στο point. 91% of executives will increase social media marketing budget in the next 3 years. 91% λέει αυτό που έχουν επιχειρήσεις θα αυξήσουν το κεφάλαιο που θα επενδύσουν σε social media marketing στα επόμενα 3 χρόνια. Δηλαδή, 9 στις 10 επιχειρήσεις έχουν σκοπό να βάλουν πολύ περισσότερα λεφτά μέσα στα social media και θα σας δώσω ένα παράδειγμα. Για να μπορέσεις να προωθήσεις τις υπηρεσίες σου πρέπει να φανείς. Πριν 1 χρόνο, 1,5 χρόνο, 2 χρόνια, δεν ξέρω, μπορεί να είμαι υπερβολικός. Όταν άρχισε το TikTok, όλοι αυτοί το κοροϊδεύαν. Τώρα έχει TikTok, ακόμα και η κυβέρνηση και η αστυνομία και τα κανάλια, όλοι έχουν TikTok τώρα. Όταν είχα ξεκινήσει το Instagram, όλοι κοροϊδεύαν το Instagram γιατί ήταν όλοι στο Facebook. Όταν ήταν το Facebook, όλοι κοροϊδεύαν το Facebook γιατί ήταν κάπου αλλού. Τι σημαίνει αυτό? Ότι βλέπεις ότι όσο προχωρά ο καιρός, αλλάζει ο τρόπος διαφήμισης. Πλέον τώρα ο άλλος κρατά το κινητό του έτσι, ωραία, θέλει να δει 5 με 10 δευτερόλεπτα βίντεο TikTok. Αυτή είναι η λογική του. Γιατί σου λέει, όταν τον κρατώ να βλέπει συνέχεια. Πόσες φορές σας έτυχε να πιάσει το κινητό σας να κάνετε scroll μέσα στο TikTok για πάνω από 1 ώρα και έχεις δει πάνω από 10.000 βίντεο. Αν σου πω όμως κάτσε δε 1 ώρα βίντεο στο YouTube, δεν θα κάτσεις. Αλλά scrolling των 3 δευτερολέπτων βίντεο, 4, 5, 10, 12, 1 λεπτό βίντεο, το έβλεπες. Άρα αυτό είναι μια καινούρια πρωτοποριακή μέθοδος στο να αρχίσεις εσύ να προωθάς τις υπηρεσίες σου και τα προϊόντα σου μέσα από το TikTok ή γενικά με αυτής της μορφής Reels μέσα στο Instagram, stories μικρής διάρκειας. Okay, γιατί ο άλλος σου λέει, θα δω τα πρώτα 3-4 δευτερόλεπτα με κρατήσαν, προχωρώ. Άρα κάποιος θα επενδύσει πολύ περισσότερα λεφτά στο να μπορέσει να αυξήσει το network αλλά και social media marketing. Πλέον το κλασικό marketing, παιδιά, τελείωσε για μένα. Okay, μπορεί να δουλεύει, αλλά social media, δωρεάν διαφήμιση. Φυσικά υπάρχουν και περιπτώσεις που θες να κάνεις χορηγημένη διαφήμιση, εκεί πέρα πληρώνεις. Αλλά υπάρχουν πολλοί τρόποι, όπως μαθαίνουμε και μέσα στην Ακαδημία, δωρεάν πώς μπορείς να προωθήσεις την επιχείρησή σου. 72% των εταιριών χρησιμοποιούν social media, τα δεδομένα social media, έτσι ώστε να μπορέσουν να πάρουν αποφάσεις. Άρα βλέπετε ότι ακόμα και τα social media σου, ανάλογα αν το βλέπεις, πόσο σοβαρά το βλέπεις, σου δίνει τη δυνατότητα να μπορείς εσύ να ξέρεις τι δουλεύει, τι δεν δουλεύει, γιατί όλα έχουν analytics, data. Αυτό σημαίνει ότι έχεις ένα YouTube channel, βλέπεις τι ώρα παρακολουθά βίντεο ο κόσμος, βλέπεις ποια βίντεο σου έχουν καλύτερη ανταπόκριση, τι ώρες, ποιον περιεχόμενο, ή στο άλλα TikTok ας πούμε. Ποιον κόσμο τον κρατά περισσότερα λεπτά μέσα στο βίντεο σου, ποιο δουλεύει καλύτερα, ποιο δεν δουλεύει, ποιες χώρες είδαν τα βίντεο μου, ποιες ηλικίες, ποιες άντρες, γυναίκες. Okay. Άρα είναι πολύ σημαντικό να ξέρεις ότι αυτά τα ποσοστά σε βοηθούν πάρα πολύ στο κομμάτι της επιχείρησης σου. Τώρα, what can social media do for me? Τι κάνουν τα social media για μένα? Θα σου χτίσουν τον brand σου, μπορεί να σου δώσουν υπηρεσίες, να σου δώσουν καινούργιες επαφές με κόσμο σε πολύ χαμηλότερο κόστος. Μπορεί να μάθεις περισσότερα για τον πελάτη σου, φέρνεις περισσότερη κίνηση μέσα στην ιστοσελίδα σου. Θα δούμε αυτό που ήθελα να δω περισσότερο. What will you be learn? Τώρα, πολύ σημαντικό, κλείνοντας αυτό το κομμάτι, τι θα μάθεις. Ένα από τα πολλά μαθήματα που κάνουμε μέσα στην Ακαδημία για social media είναι πώς μπορείς να χτίσεις μία στρατηγική γύρω από τα social media και πώς να την εφαρμόσεις στην επιχείρησή σου. Πώς να μάθεις να αξιολογείς το κανάλι σου, δηλαδή αυτό που είχαμε πει, να μάθεις να διαβάζεις τα δεδομένα, ποιον κόσμο χτυπάς, τι κατηγορίες, ποιες χώρες, ποιος είναι ο στόχος σου. Ωραία. Τη ψυχολογία των social media, why certain content be shown to improve. Okay, ναι, ψυχολογία των social media, παιδιά, έτσι, με λίγα λόγια, είναι αυτό που σας είπα και στην αρχή. Τι πρέπει να κάνεις για να κρατήσεις π.χ. τον άλλο που βλέπει το βίντεο σου. Ένα βίντεο το οποίο ξεκινά «Καλησπέρα σας, είσαστε καλά». Ο άλλος έχει κάνει skip. Αλλά ένα βίντεο το οποίο ξεκινάς κάπως «Γεια σας φίλοι μου, σας καλωσορίζω». Ο άλλος, όπα, ψυχολογία, τον ταρακουνάς. Αυτά είναι κάποια, ας το πούμε, psychology tricks, να το πω έτσι, τα οποία βοηθούν το κομμάτι της επιχειρηματικότητας, αλλά και των social media. Community building, πώς να χτίσεις μια κοινότητα μέσα από τα social media σου, μαζεύοντας και μαθαίνοντας τον κόσμο σου. Δηλαδή, όλοι αυτοί που έρχονται και σε σένα και σε βλέπουν, αλλά δεν πιάνουν τις υπηρεσίες σου ή αγοράζουν από σένα, δεν πρέπει απλά να τους αφήνεις. Πρέπει να χτίσεις community, μια κοινότητα, γιατί ένας που μπήκε σήμερα μπορεί να είναι μεθαύριο ένας αγοραστής. Okay. Πώς να χτίσεις developing a brand voice, how to develop a brand voice and create a consistent experience across all your company external channels. Πρακτικές, πώς να μεγαλώσεις τον brand σου. Ωραία, δηλαδή δεν είναι μόνο θεωρία. Τα social media, παιδιά, είναι καθαρά πρακτική. Δηλαδή η Ακαδημία σου λέει ξεκάθαρα τι πρέπει να κάνεις, πώς να το κάνεις, τι να ανεβάσεις, πώς να κάνεις reels, πώς να κάνεις story, πώς να κάνεις διαφημίσεις, πώς να την αξιοποιήσεις. Έχει μέσα περιπτώσεις από case studies που σου δείχνει ότι, ξέρεις, εγώ σου λέει καθηγήτρια, ας πούμε, έκανα αυτό και μου έχει φέρει τόσο κόσμο. Okay, άρα μέσα από την εμπειρία μαθαίνεις και εσύ. Measuring your effort, types of goal, engagement, revenue, reach, traffic. Μαθαίνεις πώς να διαβάζεις τα στατιστικά της δουλειάς σου. Δηλαδή, έχεις ανεβάσει ένα βίντεο, το ανεβάσεις, είχε ένα αποτέλεσμα ή απλά το ανεβάσεις, έχασες χρόνο μέχρι να το κάνεις. Δηλαδή, να μάθεις να αξιολογείς τη δουλειά σου, με λίγα λόγια να το πω έτσι. Δηλαδή, να ξέρεις ότι αυτό που κάνω αξίζει, γιατί βλέπω ότι είμαι αποτελεσματικός. Να μην είσαι μόνο παραγωγικός. Παραγωγικός είσαι, αποτελεσματικός είσαι. Δηλαδή, να το πω διαφορετικά, μπορεί να κάνεις 10 βίντεο την ημέρα και να μην πιάνεις ούτε ένα κόσμο και να κάνεις ένα βίντεο και να πιάσεις 100 άτομα. Okay. Paid social media, the why and how of advertising on social media, αυτό που είχα πει και προηγουμένως, μέσα από τα μαθήματα επίσης μαθαίνεις στο πώς μπορείς εσύ να δουλέψεις το κομμάτι για τα social media με πληρωμένες διαφημίσεις, που είναι πάρα πολύ σημαντικό αυτό, αν θες να πας ένα step παραπέρα, γιατί σε βλέπει περισσότερος κόσμος. Και εδώ πέρα βλέπετε τις ημερομηνίες που κάνουν μάθημα οι καθηγητές, το τι θα μάθεις με τους καθηγητές, για παράδειγμα finding your niche, πώς να βρεις το κατάλληλο σου niche, δεν ξέρω πώς να το μεταφράσω, πώς να χτίσεις το προσωπικό σου brand στο Instagram, social media one-on-one, rapid fire content, πώς να δημιουργείς υλικό μέσα από τα social media, media moves with Mina, media moves okay, ναι. Weekly trend reports, πολύ ωραίο αυτό, με την Lian, δηλαδή σου εξηγάει η Ακαδημία τι είναι πιο trending. Για παράδειγμα, σκέψω ότι εγώ, για παράδειγμα, πριν μπω μέσα στην ακαδημία, τι έκανα? Έμπαινα μέσα στα social media και έβλεπα τι αρέσει στον κόσμο, τι γίνεται τώρα, τι παρακολουθείτε, τι τραβά τον κόσμο, έτσι ώστε να φτιάξω περιεχόμενο στα δεδομένα τα δικά μας, με σκοπό και τα δικά μας δεδομένα, τα ελληνικά, κυπριακά, να μπορέσει ο άλλος να έρθει να πει, ξέρεις, ωραίο, δίνει value, δίνει αξία αυτός. Και εδώ πέρα έρχεται η Ακαδημία και σου τα λέει ποιο είναι το weekly trends. Άρα γλιτώνεις πάρα πολύ χρόνο από το να ψάχνεις εσύ. Ιδέες για να φτιάξεις περιεχόμενο, πώς να δουλέψεις TikTok. Εντάξει, παιδιά, βλέπετε ότι υπάρχουν τα πάντα σε οτιδήποτε έχει αφορά και οτιδήποτε έχει να κάνει με social media. Παιδιά, ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ για τον χρόνο σας. Αυτό ήταν το σημερινό μάθημα. Ελπίζω, παιδιά, να είστε πάρα πολύ καλά όλοι. Γράψτε μου μέσα στο chat αν πήρατε value, στείλτε μου ένα μήνυμα αν κάποιος ενδιαφέρεται να μάθει περισσότερες πληροφορίες και εμείς θα τα πούμε ξανά την επόμενη φορά. Μέχρι τότε, παιδιά,